The
Keeps
same
things
here.
interesting.
The same here. It is such a pleasure to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Again.
to Style by Stevie. It is finally Friday, April 10th, and welcome to another new episode. We are back with Matthew Kenner. Now, we were trying to accomplish a goal the last time you were here, and you guys have seen the announcement since then. We hit our goal of 1,000 interviews, and it's still going and counting. Has been a success. This season, season 20, has been a success, and I want to say thank you all for tuning in, for watching, for sharing. I've seen people repost some big names, and then I've seen some influencers, a little bit of everything. You guys have just been showing me mad love and support. And keep in mind, I'm doing this independently. So thank y'all for supporting independent artists. And I'm glad that I have something different to bring to the table that I think a lot of people like. So thank y'all all. But with
Congratulations.
that aside, thank you. How have you been since our last conversation? Because the last time you were here, you were promoting the film Diary of an Accomplice, which got a lot of buzz. A lot of people were talking,
Hmm.
but the film we're going to talk about today, Silent Victim, and I have some stats for you guys, is a little bit different than Diary of an Accomplice. But how have you been since our last chat?
I've been good. I've just pretty much been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I've been writing. I was writing Silent Victim. Silent Victim is a short film, which is meant to be a proof of concept for the feature film, just like Diary of Accomplice was. So I've been working on that, the short film version as well as the feature film version. I've been taking acting classes. I've been writing. I've been doing commercial work in there. So I've just been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes and just working on myself a lot lately. So yeah, it's been good so far.
And not only that, I had a conversation yesterday with my guest Tyrone Nathaniel, and he was just like, for actors in the business, it's like a looking at my cards, a little dry spell where it's just like, okay, you got to try to figure out what is going to be your next chapter, your next phase in life, and that was
Right.
something that I was encouraging him to do. And his family, his mom has is a playwright, so it's like he's taking on to the family business. So shout outs to you for keeping that going and not only being in front of the lens, but stepping behind the lens as well too. And a lot of actors
Thank you.
and filmmakers are saying, hey, let me go ahead and do something a little bit different here. And that
Hmm.
you are so this project, Silent Victim, is a little bit different because it touches on uh, the male perspective, whereas
Hmm.
Diary of an Accomplice touches on the female's perspective. Now,
Right.
a study has shown, and I'm looking at my cards, African American men, 38.6% to 40% experience IPV. And I can't say the word here. You guys know how YouTube
Right.
is, but
Hmm.
IPV. And the stories, people sort of look down on that. So, what made you say, hey, I'm going to do this? Because it is not often talked about. We cover the female or the woman's perspective, but for men,
Hmm.
we don't really cover that aspect. So, Matthew, this is definitely taboo that you're talking about this. What made you say that I'm going to write a strip about it and do something a little different?
Yeah. So a lot of it. So Diary of Accomplice inspired me to go this other direction. I play Melvin, who is an extremely, incredibly abusive man, husband to his wife. But the things Melvin does are so heinous to his wife Vicky, and it made me think about what I've witnessed and what I've experienced. And from my point of view, and I'm not discounting what happens, men abusing women physically, mentally, emotionally, or anything like that, but me as a man, what I've witnessed and what I've experienced myself, I've witnessed kind of the opposite. Excuse me, because whether it be my own experiences or friends I've had a roommate before where his girlfriend, back when I was in the military, his girlfriend was physically abusive. She would throw stuff at him on a regular basis. She would hit him, scratch him. She punched him, so he ended up having to call the police on her. There's just different experiences. I've seen a lot of females take advantage of putting their hands physically on men because they feel that the man may not retaliate physically, or if he was to do
Well,
so,
yeah.
he'd be done pretty much. So I noticed that those stories weren't really portrayed a lot on screen, or those stories weren't really taught. And a lot of men, it's just taboo, or it's considered to be weak. There's a stigma that if you're being abused, even just mentally, that you're considered a weak man and there's no outlets for you to go to and talk about that. And I've experienced some stuff to a degree myself as well. I've had girlfriends, significant others, women put their hands on me and try to put their hands on me, and you have to restrain yourself from retaliating in a physical way. And then there's also a lot of mental and emotional manipulation that I have experienced myself from significant others, and I've known other men, personal friends of mine, sometimes even a family member that have dealt with relationships where their wife or girlfriend was doing those kinds of things. So I really just sat back and thought, because Diary Accomplice is so centered on how terrible Melvin is, the male, the husband in the story, that I'm like, all right, this other side has to be told, and that's just what it made. I felt compelled to write that story, Silent Victim, because essentially, in a lot of cases, if the victim is bigger and stronger physically, he or she is silenced because they don't really have um, a viable outlet. It's not really accepted that they go and talk about it and they report it or they call the police or that there's people there to talk to. So I felt real compelled to write this story, based on that.
And not only that, but as a man, you're in a position where you can't hit a woman back. Shout outs to
Right.
my brother K Tukes, host of the K Tuke Spot. Make sure y'all go on over and subscribe to his channel and check it out. And we have a collaboration coming in, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Shout outs to my girl Faith is the Substance. And she did an interview yesterday, so y'all make sure y'all go and check her out. And she says, salutations. Hello, Matthew. Shout outs to you guys, my fashion
Hello.
dolls with those green hearts, those beautiful green hearts. So we are here talking about Matthew's film, which you guys need to go and check it out. We need to be supporting Black filmmakers. The film is titled Silent Victim, and it talks on the issue of male, of DV or IPV from the male perspective. Now, the other project, which is Diary of an Accomplice, covers the woman's perspective because when Stevie, you look stunning. Thank you, girl. It takes a village to keep a girl together. So I'm thankful for the glam team over here. I'm loving this hair. I feel like poison ivy. So the chocolate one now. So on another note, uh, this right here, this is not talked about enough, and a lot of men are to feel ashamed as to say, hey, this is happening to me. It's a film that I watched a few days back called Birth of a Savage. And it's about this woman who's leaving her abusive marriage and relationship. And then come to find out her sister is abusing her boyfriend and their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And she had
Yeah.
to go
Right.
there and talk to the gentleman like, no, this can't be happening to you. And that's that stigma that it can happen to a man. That
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't happen to men, but yes, it does. And I
Right.
just gave you the stats. It's 38.6% to 40%. I'm here. Shout outs to you, Deshaun, another one of my amazing colleagues. So y'all make sure y'all go and follow amongst yourself in chat. Look at Miss Stevie's beautiful hair. Thank you. Thank you. It'll be different next week. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm always changing my look. I'm a chameleon. You don't know what you're going to get with me. So, but we're here chatting with Matthew about uh, IPV from the male perspective. And I know that a lot of men, especially the black men, have been, as the black collective, we have been programmed to keep things under the rug. The black
Mm-hmm.
collective on both sides, the woman's side and the man's side. And this stems all the way back to what goes on in the household. They say, don't talk to nobody about it. Keep it in the house. Don't go
Uh-huh.
seek therapy. But people are literally having to go and seek therapy and counseling after this because it's traumatizing and you're having to live with this trauma. And I know a lot of us, we keep it bottled up inside because we don't want people to look at us as quote unquote crazy. But
Right.
that stigma is now breaking, and I'm seeing a lot more of us as a black collective, black man, black woman say, hey, I'm going to normalize therapy. And you
Mm-hmm.
guys know that I've opened up about my experience, and I did on my girls Faith is the Substance platform, just a little bit. And then in another interview that I did with Marcos Luis, One Might Night podcast, where I opened up about experiencing emotional abuse and having to do the no contact with my dad. I've been transparent about that. You guys know that. I don't really share a whole lot. But for anybody out there that's in that type of relationship, get out. It's not
Hmm.
worth it's not worth your
Right.
life. And I know a lot of people think, well, if I stay with the person, I can maybe change them. No, you can't change a monster. And the
No.
character you portrayed, Melvin, when I first did my interview with Matthew, I said I was so mad with your character. Ooh, I was so mad with your character. How you treated your wife in the film. But see,
Hmm.
Melvin is even battling his own illness. These people who
Right.
do this to other people, who cause harm to other people, are sick themselves. And the
Hmm.
climate that we're in right now, where we're seeing abuses of power and people go after the vulnerable and take advantage of the weak, you don't do that to somebody when somebody's down or beat them down on their luck. You don't do that. And my mother, she's
Hmm.
always taught, make sure that you're advocating. Yes, my mother showed up on the live yesterday. You guys got to see her. And she would always tell me this. She said, never let anybody take advantage of you. So make sure that you're speaking out if you see something. Don't keep it bottled up inside. And normalize therapy as well too. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I need help, to talk to somebody. Don't be afraid to go sit down on a couch. Again,
Right.
we have been taught what goes on behind these walls stays behind these walls. We're afraid of how it would make us look to others. Oh, they're going,
Hmm.
something. People gossip, and especially down here where I'm at in South Carolina, it's a very small town. It's like, that person up there, that person up there, crazy.
Hmm.
All these things. Word gets around fast, and in my
Right.
town.
Right.
So yes, definitely normalize that. And I think with films like this, Matthew, Silent Victim, I think a lot of more men will open up and be transparent. And I can give you a prime example. Um,
Hmm.
he didn't say anything about emotional abuse, but if you go back and you look at the interview that Cam Newton did with Woody McClain, where he shed tears. I didn't know he was a dad. So to see more
Hmm.
black be vulnerable, especially for this right here, IPV and DV, to share
Hmm.
that aspect of them, we have to stop looking down on it, because the same trauma that we as women, is easy for us because it's so accepted, but we have to accept the man's perspective too if something has happened to them. Perfect title for a project like this. Yes, Silent
Thank you.
Victim and Diary of the Accomplice. And
Hmm.
we see it happening to women, to us, but we also have to get the male's perspective too, because it happens to them. And it's on both
Right.
sides. It's wrong on both
Right.
sides. So make sure that you're getting out of that type of situations. Don't stay because it's not healthy. And I know a lot of us are just like, well, I don't want my kids to go without a dad, or I don't want my kids to go without a mother from the male side. But
Hmm.
you definitely have to tell someone about it. You have to tell someone about it and get out of that situation. And they say
Right.
leave the
Exactly.
first time. So yeah,
Right.
that's all I have to
Yeah.
say on that.
Marcus, the character in Silent Victim, is the exact opposite of Melvin as far as his personality. The kind of he endures the abuse. He's the exact opposite of how, as far as how he interacts with his wife as Melvin in Diary of Accomplice. But currently, for Diary of Accomplice, we are running the fundraising campaign to raise money to create the feature film. So that's going on currently as we speak. So yeah, we're trying to reach our goals so we can end up shooting that, continuing that story, and finishing that up sometime this year, this calendar year, hopefully.
All right, fashion dolls, now's the time. We talk about, you guys know I talk a lot on my platform about recycling the black dollar and pouring into black filmmakers. Make sure that you're helping, and anything can help. I think Matthew sent me the link. I didn't know what it was
Yeah.
at first, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna post that clip. I'm gonna post
Okay.
it, and I post the clip in my stories as well too. If you guys want to donate and help, and I'll do whatever I can to help promote,
I
because you guys
appreciate that. Thank
are
you.
all
Thank you,
about
Steve.
supporting black filmmakers here. And I know what it's like doing this independently, because you're having to literally fund everything yourself. So
Exactly.
always,
Exactly.
you're welcome, always, always. And definitely go and check out my girl Faith is the Substance. Y'all go and check her out. She does incredible interviews. And I thank you again, Faith, for allowing me to come on your platform and tell that story. She says she looks up to me, and I'm like, little old me from South Carolina. Even though someone came back and told me, Miss Stevie, you've been doing this for 20 years, and that I have. I started right after high school. And Faith, she says, Matthew, I would like to promote you as well. So I'm
Thank
assuming
you.
she's going to get you to come on her show. So I'm pretty sure she's going to reach out to you. So y'all
I
exchange
would greatly appreciate that.
information.
I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. I could also post a link here in the chat, but yeah, if you want to share it with the show with the audience, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Repost in my stories. What I have to do is two links, if it'll let me, if it'll allow me to do
Okay.
it. She says she would also love to interview with you as well.
Oh yes, of course, of course. Anytime. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Any promotion helps. We got to be supporting independent Black filmmakers.
Hmm.
It is important. It is important that we share these stories because everybody wants to know, like, from our perspective, from the
Right.
Black perspective. It is important
And
that
we
we
also
share.
got to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Stevie. I was just going to say, I think it's important to we've been portrayed a certain way in media and television for so long, a certain way in a lot of negative lights. And I think we really need to make more art that portrays us the exact opposite. We need to normalize black excellence, in my opinion. And instead of having, we got plenty of Tubi movies that show all the lowest level of, so-called black culture with drugs and violence and whatnot. But we need to normalize the exact opposite. And it's okay to, in my opinion, DV may not be black excellence, but it is. I think it's helping to liberate a lot of dark melanated people to normalize therapy and get help and do things like heal. So I think that's very important.
I think so as well too. And we covered this in our first conversation where I said, you know what? They always typecast black actors to portray one specific role, and it's just
Hmm.
like we have so much range and depth to
Right.
us. So we have to show every part of our community and our perspective because real life people suffer from these issues that go on in their lives or know someone who suffers from that. And it's
Right.
important that we share them so that people can open up because when I do my platforms, and someone said it as well too, I think it was Faith or uh, who was it? It was Rico Casanat when I had him here on the show Monday. He was saying what you're doing is like being a person to bridge the gap. We talked about intersectionality and how all of us, as from the Black collective, we find something that we have in common with one another. And what my audience members do is they go and they chat amongst themselves. Like you can see them at each other, Faith and K-Tooks, for example. That's what they do. And he said that you're sort of like the person who bridges people or brings people together. And I'm like, I never really thought of it that way. I
Hmm.
never really thought of it that way. And that is it intentional? No, not by any means. People always, because we're all in the same circle, we always fraternize amongst ourselves and chat with one another and talk to each other. We keep in touch outside of my show. But when we go on another, say for instance, Faith's platform or K-Tooks or Bubs, any of my other colleagues, we always fraternize amongst ourselves and we meet, network. It's important that you network. Do you guys see
Right.
that? How that's working?
Yeah.
And I'm not even doing anything. You guys are chatting amongst yourselves. And that's what we have to do as Black filmmakers. We have to showcase that there's so many different layers to us than just that. You know,
Right.
the rug dealer or the abusive husband. It's like I have depth to me. And as an
Right.
actor, that's what is key and important that you showcase that is that hey, I have different layers to me. It's like when you peel an onion has
Yeah.
layers, skin off of it. I have layers to me as well too. So
Hmm. Yep. We all do, especially creative people. We're very
absolutely, like
complicated people. So
right. Everybody was complimenting my hair. I'm like, and what did I say earlier? I said I'm a chameleon. I don't like to stay the same. That's the
yeah.
thing with actors. Actors are like chameleons. So I always use this reference, and I think I used this reference when I first interviewed with Matthew, and that is Heath Ledger, the Joker. We've seen Heath Ledger in a number of different roles. You're not going to see him as the Joker all the time. You're going to see him
Hmm.
be vulnerable. You're going to see him as a different character. Uh, I could say the same about Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, Black Panther, what was it,
Right.
Fruitvale Station, The Wire,
Uh-huh.
all of these different Creed, all of these different characters. He's showed us his range. And
Yep.
if you want to go to the female side, technical, wait a minute, Faith is saying something. She says your Instagram does not give me the option to DM you. How do you prefer that
Oh,
I
really?
contact? Yeah.
You could reach out to me on Facebook. Yeah, that's weird. You could reach out to me on Facebook, which is Matthew Kenner, or you could email me, Stevie, if you don't mind sending her my email address. That'd be great. But yeah, either Facebook Messenger or email would work.
Faith, check your DMs, girl. Again, we multitasking over here. We getting it done, honey. Yep, I'm about to email it to you. I mean, send it to Faith.
Looks like she got
Boom.
it.
There we go. And she has another interview coming up tomorrow with Theo J. Wilson. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow on her platform. Faith is the Substance. And that interview will be at, no, I don't do weekend shows like I used to now, but my girl Faith will hold it down for me. Where I used to slack, because I remember me and my co-host used to do morning shows at every morning at 9 a.m. The fellas dreaded it. And it's tomorrow at 2:30, so make sure y'all tune in. And she said, thank you. Hope you got it, Faith. Give me a green heart if you got it, girl. I just sent it to you. But we were talking about actors having range. And y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for her interview, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. I will be off. A diva needs her rest, honey. So Faith is going to hold it down where I'm not live. But I will be back next week. So make sure you guys tune in for that. But I need you guys to go and support Matthew's film. The film is titled Silent Victim, and I will have that fundraising information posted in my stories because I always post a link so where you guys can go and check out the interview on my channel, and you guys will be able to go and if you want to donate, uh, I'll have that link provided for you as well too. I always post a clip at the end of my interviews.
Actually, sorry,
Go
Stevie.
ahead.
I actually have so Diary of Accomplice is currently running the fundraiser, which that's the link I shared with you earlier. And
Okay.
then my film Silent Victim, I also have a GoFundMe currently for that, but I'm also looking at other avenues to raise money for that. Hopefully we can begin shooting that this summer. But so there's two different fundraisers going on for each film. So but yeah, I can send you I sent you Diary of Accomplice already, but I can send you the one for Silent Victim as well afterwards here.
Yes. Yes, and hopefully IG will let me add more than one uh link because I always post the link to my channel and I've been seeing you guys subscribing, so thank y'all. I appreciate it. Make sure that y'all are supporting my guests as well too, because they have projects that they're working on. And I think with projects like these, Diary of an Accomplice and Silent Victim, I think a lot more people will get a better understanding on what we can do to move forward and the thing that you should not be doing in any
Hmm.
relationships.
Right.
Hopefully, you guys go and support. Make sure y'all are supporting. All right, so Fashion Dolls, do we have any questions? Um, do you have any questions for myself or Matthew? Have you guys been enjoying the shows this week? It's been great. It's been a great lineup. It's been a great week all this week. And make sure that you guys vote for your favorite outfit of the day. That is up. Faith says she emailed you, Matthew. She just sent it.
Okay. Will do. I'll definitely check it out as soon as we're done here. Thank you. Thank you, Faith.
There you go. And I think you will love her. Her energy, her spirit is just amazing. Now she is messy, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yes, Faith girl, I'm gonna get you. When I did my interview with her, she made me because she did like what I always do at the end of mine, and I did it with Matthew, which is the it's almost like this. She does something called this or that. And what I do is something called the rapid five, where my guests tell me five things that they can't live without. Uh, She made me choose between K Tukes or Bubs the God, and I told you about Bubs. Bubs is the one that was picking on me because I fell asleep on the panel. We call him our little leprechaun. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go with K Tukes. So she got me, y'all. She definitely got me, and it was funny. I told the reason why. Oh my God, it was funny. I told y'all why. Y'all know why Bubs, if we were in a classroom right now, it was me, Matthew, Bubs, Faith, all of us, we were in a classroom right now. You're gonna have that one person that is going to do something to sort of throw you off or make you laugh. That's Bubs. So y'all have been seeing the clips that I've been posting. He y'all have to meet him if you haven't. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Yes, she made me choose. She said if you had to choose K Toops or Bubs the God, I said I'm gonna go with my brother K Toops because K Toops knows how to turn it on and turn it off. He'll joke with me, but Bubs it's no off switch for him. He will make you laugh, and I crack up. So y'all make sure
Uh-huh.
y'all go and check that out. But do we have any questions? I think it was CTV and Bubs to God. Yes, he made when she did her interview with Bubs, she asked him, "Do you prefer Miss Stevie or CTV?" And that's a no-brainer because CTV is has paved the way for me and so many others. So hats off to CTV. I love them both. I love them both, and I'm honored to call them both my friends, my colleagues, and to be in a circle with all of y'all. Y'all, we're all in the circle because we keep in touch with each other. Again, the power of networking is just amazing because even when we're not on doing our shows, we're always brainstorming on what we can do to help each other out on each other's platforms. It was a very great. I love the live. Oh, the live show with Faith? Yes. And I warned her. I said he's gonna make you laugh, girl. That is for sure. And when I went back and I watched the interview, he just would not stop. It was funny throughout the whole thing. So he's something else. So y'all watch out for him. And congratulations to him. I'm so proud of him because he reached a huge milestone as well too. While I was on the road when I did my interview with Matthew, that was the first interview. I was on the road to 1,000 interviews. He hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm just like, my God, do the stars align perfectly the way they should? Because I was this close at the time I interviewed with Matthew. It was like in the 980s. We were
Yeah, I remember that.
this close.
Hmm.
And then boom, he hits 1K subs. I'm like, it's gonna happen. And K Tooks, I think, predicted that it was gonna happen. So you guys, it's more great things coming, and more great things coming for these two projects as well too. So y'all make sure y'all go and support Silent Victim and Diary of an Accomplice. And if you guys haven't checked it out, you can check it out right here on YT. So we need to be supporting up and coming makers, producers. It's important. It's definitely
Hmm.
important. And make sure y'all are supporting. Like I said, my girl Faith, she's gonna be going live tomorrow, 2:30 here on YouTube. No show for me. Y'all know I'm a Monday through Friday girl. Faith, she will do the weekends, she will do the weekdays. So y'all go over there and support her. If I'm not on, that's the revolving door that we have. If one of us is not live, then one of us will go to another's uh show and just sit in the chat. And my brother said he is going to check out your films.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Diary of an Accomplice on YouTube. You can just type that in and it should come up.
And I'm
Thank
letting
you.
y'all know now. Disclaimer, y'all are gonna be mad with his character. And
It
because
ain't
I
me, it's
sure
Melvin.
was.
It's Melvin.
Yes,
It ain't me. Just remember that. It's not me.
Melvin. And that's another thing as well too. If you do a film so good to the point where people will walk up to you and say, "Oh my God, I didn't like your character at all," you know you did your part. So chef's kiss. And I remember sitting down with Terry T. Miles, and I remember asking him, I said, must you play all of these villainous characters? And I told him, I said, I'm gonna get on your ass because I didn't like the way you hit that girl in that movie. And he just broke out laughing. He said a bunch of women approached him when he was coming out at a club in DC. And he said the women walked up to him and they said, "Oh, we can't stand you." And they were reciting the lines to the film, and he just broke out laughing, like, "Yeah, you know the impact because people can either love your character or hate your
Yeah.
character." And
Right. Right.
they'll walk up to you at first and they'll say, I'm mad with you. And you'll be like, what did I do? And they'll go in reciting what the character has done. So again, complete compare and contrast. It's two different things, two different parallels from
Yeah.
Matthew and then Melvin. Two different
Uh-huh.
things.
Right.
Yes.
I've never done anything Melvin's done in that movie. Just for the record, I've done none of that stuff. So,
And I know
but yeah.
a lot of people will get that mixed up. So just for clarity, I think that people should know definitely for sure. So,
Hmm.
do we have any questions for myself or Matthew? Always a great time here in the dollhouse. And again, this has been a fabulous week. This has been an amazing week thus far. And I want to say thank each and every one of you because you all are awesome. You've shown me nothing but mad love and support whenever I drop that lineup. And that reminds me, next week's show lineup is already up. So you guys can go and check it out. And in the meantime, you can also hop back and forth on my live. I do not mind the outfit of the week because I did 4 different looks. So again, shout outs to the amazing Melanie Nalamai Bridges for making sure that I'm always put together every single interview, every single show. It's like 1,000 different looks. Like, wow. And I have looks I haven't even dropped pictures on the gram of. So yeah, it's a lot. A girl has options, but 2026. What else are you looking forward to, Matthew? You've got your film, uh, Silent Victim, and then you've got Diary of an Accomplice. What else besides working behind the lens are you looking forward to this year?
So right now, because I have a film on Amazon Prime. We're currently trying to get. Actually, it's set to go on to be June 7th, but it's called Sanguine Teeth on a Driftless Road. So it's a horror comedy. It's about 4 black vampires that go out to a cabin in the woods and they're partying and whatnot. I play the OG vampire. I'm 2,500 years old and I'm like mentoring the other guys. We're not bad guys though. The vampires are the protagonist in this story. So it's an indie film, but we've gotten a lot of laughs from that. So you could check that out on Amazon now and Tubi on June 7th. Also, premiering a film that I co-wrote called "What Have We Won" at a theater locally here. It's called "What Have We Won." There'll be a part one and there'll be a part two being released later on this year. That will also be um, probably on Amazon Prime later on in the year, and also working on getting on Tubi after that. So I have that, and also I've also been cast in an upcoming series called Between Love and Lust. That now this show, um, a woman named Raquel Arnett wrote this. She started off as like a skit on YouTube. She was encouraged to turn it into a series. It's about a woman who has a husband and then she meets a guy on the side while out jogging. Um, she lusts over him. She begins an affair over him, and then the guy is turns out to be a stalker. He becomes obsessed with her. He's trying to take her from her husband. So the woman has to choose between love and lust. So I'm gonna be playing the lust guys. I was um, she wanted me to play the lust guy at first, but she already had another actor set that was physically bigger than me, and she said he fit the part physically more. But I'm going to be playing his best friend in that. So set to shoot that at the end of this month, and then she was saying that she's working with distributors right now to hopefully get that on Netflix or Hulu, one of those other platforms, possibly this year. So there's that, and then just working, continuing to write. Hopefully, we can shoot Silent Victim later on in this calendar year. Continuing to do. I have a commercial I'm scheduled to do on Monday, and just working, just constantly trying to elevate and get better.
Congratulations. And it's more.
Thank you.
I just said it all. And my brother, he wants to know who would you like to work with next?
Oh man, so many phenomenal actors, that inspire me. Um, Denzel Washington has always been my favorite actor, but I would say like newer, younger actors. I would like to work with Michael B. Jordan. and Ryan Coogler. That would be phenomenal if I was able to work with them. If I was able to catch their eye in the future, near future, hopefully, that would be phenomenal. So I'm in the Midwest, which isn't known for being the best hotbed of actors, for our craft. But there's talented people everywhere. But I'm trying to expand and just network like you are, and just meet new people and to keep leveling up. So I would love to work with them. I love to work with Denzel Washington before he retires from acting one day. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of my favorite actors. Samuel Jackson, Lawrence Fishburne, people that I grew up watching. These are phenomenal, very not only talented but very skilled actors that I would love to share a screen with one day, or at least meet. So yeah,
You putting it out there, you manifesting it
getting it out
because
there. Yep,
my
yep.
place is a powerful place of manifestation. I told y'all about
Right.
the story. It was an actor that I sat with, and he couldn't, if you signed the contract or you signed for the role, you can't really give a whole lot of details away. So again, this is back 2021, 2020, yeah, 2020 to 2021. And he was telling me about a role that he took. And he said, Miss Stevie, I auditioned for this role. I can't give a whole lot away, but it's about a music group. It's about a hip hop group, a legendary hip hop group. And fast forward, I said, okay, I'll be on the lookout for it. Boom. He's in the Wu Tang saga.
Oh wow.
That's where I see him in the commercial. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the role he was telling me about. He couldn't really tell me a whole lot about it. But see, that's the
Hmm.
power of manifestation. If you put it out there, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So you said
Hmm.
Denzel Washington and Michael B. Jordan. And it's from your mouth to God's ears. It will happen. Just like I've scored. Oops, I almost let it slip. I can't say. She's a pretty big influencer and she is making waves. She's went viral and people go and reshare her stuff all the time. And she'll be coming on the show later this year. So I can't really give that away, but make sure you guys stay tuned for that.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations
It
on
will
that,
have
Steve.
some more amazing guests that'll be coming on, some more collaborations that you guys are going to be like, how did this link up happen? And I know some of you watch their content. So, yes, you're going to see a lot more collaborations this season on the platform. I'm just loving YouTube better than IG because the last time I was here, before I set up my interview with Matthew, I told him what happened with y'all know. I shared the story with Rico King this week, and he was cracking up. He said, "I seen it. I've been watching your stories, and you've been letting people." I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so ashamed and embarrassed. I had no idea that he would be watching the story before I came on." So yes, you guys know why. But big things are coming for each and every one of us. And again, it's from your mouth to God's ears. So you said Denzel, Michael B, and a few others. It's gonna happen. So if I
Thank you.
scored those
Thank you. I appreciate
collaborations,
that.
it's gonna happen.
Thank you.
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely. So do we have any other questions for myself or Matthew Fashion Dolls or Matthew? Again, I'm gonna keep plugging the project. The project is called Silent Victim and Diary of an Accomplice. And you guys can check it out. I need you guys to go. YouTube now has a feature where you can go and hype up the videos and it'll push it out there in the algorithm even more. So I need y'all to go and hype up Diary of an Accomplice and
Please,
also
yes.
go and Silent Victim as well too. Shout outs to you, Chef Sky. Hey girl, TGIF, and I hope you are doing better. My fabulous moderators, my love bugs. Shout outs to my girl, Chef Sky. And always showing me so much love and support. Y'all have shown me so much love and support, and I'm just receptive to it all. So I thank y'all, and my mom thanks y'all too. She was on the show yesterday, and I was so envious of her because she was headed to where I would love to be headed, and she was going to the beauty parlor, so she was going to get her hair done. And that was when I did the interview with Tyrone yesterday. I'm so envious. I got to work and do my show, and she's headed off to the hair salon to get her hair done. But I wouldn't have wanted to sit that long. She got braids, So when I got done with the show, I saw him. She's a blonde now. So, but shout outs to my mom for uh, always being that support system and that beacon, that light. Because if it wasn't for her, you guys wouldn't have a Style by Stevie. So shout outs to my mom. And you guys catch the replay. You would have saw her yesterday. And yes, yes, I told y'all I had an identical twin. Well, it's three of us because my brother, my younger brother, which will be bringing my nephew down later, uh, we all look alike, but it's me that looks like my mom the most, and I get it. Oh my God! And my mom's name is Jeannie. I don't know if I told Matthew this. My mom's name is Jeannie, as in I dream of Jeannie, but the spelling is different. You look
Okay.
just like Jeannie. I get it a lot. You look just like Jeannie. You sound just like her too. How's your mama doing? And I'm pretty sure a lot of us get that. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so tired of
Yep.
hearing it. Like
Right.
you look just like your mom. You sound just like her. You are your mama's child. My grandmother would always say this. You are your mother's child. You just like your mama.
Yeah. I hear
Because
that about my dad all the time.
and the
The older I get, I
similarity.
hear that about my father. So, and I hear
You
myself
too?
on tape. Yeah, I hear that. I hear myself on like sometimes when I do self tape auditions or even like scenes from films I've been in. I hear my voice and I'm like, damn, is that my dad up there? And I'll just be like, man, I'm not trying to sound or look like him, but it's genetics. It's what it's meant to be in a lot of ways. So can't help it, can't fight it.
And I and it's not intentional, y'all. We always inherit some part of our parents. And I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. And I told y'all what mine's was, which I think was very weird. I find myself cooking a whole lot more. My mom, she loves to cook, she loves to garden. It's rubbed off on me. I'm used to being cooked for, but now I just want to cook. I like to cook and I find myself cleaning a whole lot more. I'm like, okay. And I'm looking like, wait a minute now, hold on. I am definitely turning into my mother. Even when I get up out of the bed, I'm 32 years old. My mom is in her. I want to live to be able to do season 30 of Style by Stevie. So we're going to say my mom is 40 years old. We're going to say 40. We're going to be on the.
There you go. 28.
Yes.
Stop aging. Stop aging after 28.
Yes. I want to live because they say if you're a woman, you don't ask a woman her age. And
Mhm.
but I'm putting it out there. So I don't, ask my mom. But yes, 40. When I wake up out of the bed, I've noticed certain things start to ache and crack, and I'm like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
I for sure. I'm definitely turning to my mom. The only difference is my hands. My mom wakes up and her hands bother her, her arm will bother her, but me, it's my lower back, and it is
Mhm.
sometimes my lower calves, and I'm just like, okay, yep. It's getting up there. When you get in your 30s, you can't do the things that you used to do when you were in your teens or your 20s. And they
Yeah,
said,
take care of
okay,
yourself.
yep,
It
you
takes
roll up
it
out of
takes
bed.
it takes more to you have to be
Okay.
much more careful. In order to do those things you used to do so effortlessly, you have to take care of yourself after 30. And a lot of people don't realize that. So yeah.
I'm like, okay, and I was picking on my sister for turning 30. I was like, you getting older. Now it's starting to rub off on me. So that's why I got to
Uh,
make sure that I get up. I've been in my exercising bag. You guys follow me on Instagram so y'all know that I every morning from 7 to 7:30 is like my exercise. I go out for my morning walks. I try to run at least 30 minutes. And I
mhm.
I believe in
I love to
moderation.
run.
So I love to get a nice pepperoni pizza. So I like to treat myself. But that next day I have to be able to burn that pizza off because I'm like,
Right.
I got a beautiful purple dress that I'm trying to get into that I bought. And I'm like, I want to be able to keep that. What did Alvin say, y'all? Alvin said I had like he calls me the Jessica Rabbit of the group because you guys have been seeing the difference. I have a very curvy shape. And I'm like, I want to keep that. So after I eat this pizza, I gotta pay the price for it. So I gotta get up I do it, and I don't know. My mom was like, why you got to do it so early? I'm like, the best time to exercise, especially when it's starting to warm up, is in the morning times.
Uh-huh.
So I would suggest you get up in the mornings, even though it's still kind of nippy and chilly. I put on my little hoodie and I go. No makeup or anything. I'm like, who am I trying to impress? And I'm out here going walking or running. I'm not going to a gym. I'm like right around my,
Right.
my property, my area where I'm staying at. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't need all of
Same
that
here.
in the mornings. But um, yes, when you're in your 30s, you most certainly will feel it. And my sister felt it. And my mom was just like, "We wait till you turn my age." I'm still not going to say that age. We're going to say 40 to be on the safe side because I want to be
Uh-huh.
about 40 and some more seasons and counting. So,
Uh-huh.
but um, she said, "Wait till you get my age. You really start to feel it. You really start." She was like, "You don't know what my body been going through." I'm like, "Mom, I do. I understand you're in pain." But she's like, "You're young. You don't really get it." And she's like, "Wait till you turn my age." And I'm pretty sure a lot of our parents, especially our mothers, would have told us, wait till it happens to you. She told my brother to wait till you have kids talk. And now my
Yeah.
brother has a son, my 2-year-old nephew. And I told her today, Mama, I said, I'm not interested in having no family. I'm perfectly okay with being Auntie Stevie. I can spoil my nephew the way I want to. He loves Mickey Mouse. He loves Stitch. He's a big Stitch fanatic. So you put that
Mm-hmm.
on the TV for him, he'll sit there and forget all about you. Because my brother will FaceTime us sometime, and my mama would be talking to him. He'll be there playing with his toys. He loves toys. We buy him a bunch of toys. My dad buys him like this truck that talks back and that learns the numbers and the letters, all of those type of things
Mm-hmm.
he loves. He loves
Yep.
it. So
My kids play
yes,
with
my
all
mom,
that stuff.
wait till it's your turn to have kids. I know y'all not looking at me. No, I'm perfectly fine with being Auntie Stevie over here. I
Mm-hmm.
love spoiling my nephew. I already got one baby, and my baby, she just came back from the groomers, and I bought her on the show. Uh, that is Coco. That's my baby, my 5-year-old toy poodle. And if you guys, I was telling Deshaun, um, that's my baby right there. That's my 5-year-old baby. And
Mm-hmm.
she's spoiled. She likes what she likes. She likes her turkey breast, and she'll eat her food when she wants to, but then she'll start looking. You know how they look at you or look up at you with those button eyes. They want human food. They want to eat what you're eating. And my mom will be like, "Okay, go and bring me another plate for her." I'm like, "All right, yeah, she eats human food." But that's about it. That concludes that, fashion dolls. We're just rambling on. Do we have any other questions for Matthew or myself before we wrap? Because it's always a good time catching up with my guests. Always a good time here in the dollhouse. And let me know your suggestions. What else would you like to see this season? Because we have some amazing content creators coming on here from the YouTube verse and familiar faces you might see. So stay tuned. I know me and my colleague, now's the time next week on the 15th, and that is posted now. We'll be back to doing our convo together, and you guys enjoy those. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna need y'all to go and run up the numbers for Diary of an Accomplice. Um, Once Matthew sends me the link for Silent Victim, I'll have that posted in my stories. And if we don't have any other further questions or anything, before we wrap, Matthew, any gems you would like to give to up and coming filmmakers? Because one thing we touched on that I love that you said, which was, you know, actors being typecasted as one specific thing. It's got to be something different, something tangible that people can relate to, and
Mm.
not just one specific category. So, what
Yeah.
would you say to any up and coming filmmaker or director?
I would say know your brand. So typecasting isn't always a bad thing. Know your brand, but show range and depth with whatever you do. So bring an element of yourself to whatever character you're playing. Because acting in a lot of ways, you're being the most authentic, you're being your true authentic self. You're being the most authentic out of anybody. A lot of people think actors are fake, but you're inserting a portion of yourself into that character's circumstances, but you're bringing your personality into the portrayal of that character. So Be yourself, know your brand, and just don't stop. Don't stop. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid of the haters and the naysayers. Use that as fuel, and just keep at it. Keep at it no matter what, because you're here to do. You have a here for a purpose. You're here. You have a gift for a reason, and you're not here to just be stuck working in the office, working a 9 to 5, or doing what other people desire for you. So follow your dreams, no matter what, no matter how old you are, too. You're never too old.
Because that is the thing, and we touched on that in our first conversation as well too, which is ageism in the business. A lot of people think, well, oh, well, you know what? Who I look at as the catalyst for saying they're going to continue on with their dreams, and I'm going to name uh, three people. One, she's no longer here with us. Um, y'all know, in a way, I'm like a comic. I give you guys comedy and humor, but I do it in my own way. I'm not a comic by any means, but I provide humor and joy to you guys. uh this woman kept working all the way up till the time she passed away, and that was Betty White from the Golden Girls.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
these two are still living. That would be Jamie Lee Curtis and Morgan Freeman, and they are
yeah,
proof that no matter what age you are, you can still continue to work. It doesn't
yeah.
matter if you're 20, it doesn't matter anything. You keep working, but we have to break that ageism stigma in this
Right,
business. So I'm glad you touched on that. And my final thought, what I would say to anybody is, in order to be happy, in order to maintain joy, you have to find peace within yourself. So today's final thought comes from Eckhart Tolle, and he says, you find peace not by rearranging the circumstances of your life, but by realizing who you are at the deepest level. So it starts deep, it starts within, in that surface, who you are, and confidence, and being able to project and emote your lines on screen. That's what makes a great actor, and you're so eloquent and professional in it. And I'm going to name another uh, actress who I feel as though she's no longer here with us, but and she doesn't get her flowers enough. That would be Ruby D. That would be the great Ruby D.
Mhm. Yeah, right, right.
I
Yeah,
love how so eloquent she was. And when I see her, I think of Felicia Rashad, I think of Debbie Allen, how they are able to just emote their roles, emote all of the things, direct, produce all of the things. And not only did Ruby D uh, act, she produced, she directed, she's written as well too. Ozzy Davis, her husband. So I mean, it just goes to show you that no matter what age you are, you have to make sure that you are at peace with yourself. So
right.
make sure that
No regret. No
and no
regrets.
regrets. Dare to
Hmm.
be bold, as you said. You said be bold. I live my life by that mantra. I'm a Scorpio, and I think out of all the zodiac signs, well, besides Libra and Virgo, Scorpios as well too. We are like the daredevils. We're the risk takers. So I think my mom, when our parents have birthed us, they'll say, "Oh God, I birthed another me." I'm literally the splitting image of my mother. She's a risk taker. Well, I've become more reserved. I'm an angel. See, y'all, I'm an angel. But I think I've kind of reserved myself now. When you're in your 30s, it's like a light bulb goes off. And it's like you sort of calm down. You're sort of reserved. The things that used to bother you or that are out of your control, you're just like, hey, it is what it is. Now I must say I'm most at peace. Even though I'm still
Hmm.
finding out to how to maintain it, I would encourage you guys to make sure that you're maintaining it. So that's what I would close the show out with, Fashion Dolls. And Matthew, without further ado, let everyone know where they can follow you.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at mken. That's MKENNULTRA. Mken Ultra on Instagram, or Matthew Kenner, MATTHEWKENNER on Facebook. Those are the two best ways to follow me right there.
And I'm gonna keep plugging it. I'm gonna keep announcing it. Make sure you guys go and check out Diary of an Accomplice. I'm gonna go and watch it again and run those numbers up. And I'm also gonna post it. Make sure, by the way, make sure y'all are checking out my community tab. I will have the film posted there. Make sure you guys go and support Matthew and everything that he is doing because I'm going to bring him back on the show. We're going to help him reach his goal to get these films out here because these
Thank
topics
you.
need to be talked about. They don't, and especially in the climate that we're in right now with Epstein and all of
You're
these
right.
things going, I think it is important that we touch on this issue because
Exactly.
it's happening in our community, the Black Collective, and we have been taught to sweep it up under the rug. So make sure that you guys go and check out Silent Victim and Diary of an Accomplice. And follow me on Instagram so you guys can see the clip of the day on Style by Stevie underscore daytime, and I will have Matthew's information pinned. But tomorrow, y'all make sure y'all head on over and check out my girl Faith is the Substance. Y'all go and check her out. She has Theo coming on, and that will be at 2:30 here on YouTube. So make sure y'all go and subscribe. And I'm pretty sure a lot of my other colleagues are going to go live on as well too. Y'all make sure y'all supporting them. It's my day off. I'll be back Monday with Dion Relsford Lee. So make sure y'all tune in, hit that notification. I've already got the shows lined up so you guys can go and check and see who's coming on next week. And make sure y'all go and vote for y'all favorite look of the week. Thank you, promo. Girl, you are welcome. You are welcome, my girl. Y'all make sure y'all go and check out my girl, Faith is the Substance. I'm not going to be on tomorrow, but she is going to hold it down for me. So y'all go and check out her show, 2:30 tomorrow. Faith is the Substance. Y'all go and check her out. And I'm pretty sure my brother K Tooks has some things in the bag. So y'all make sure y'all go and check him out as well, too. Meantime, stay styled by Stevie. A very special shout out to Lee Valiant Art on the fabulous artwork. So y'all like my new cue cards? Y'all gonna be seeing them a lot when I do my interviews. Thank y'all all so much, Fashion Dolls. And Matthew, thank you for coming back to
Thank
the
you.
Dollhouse. I had such an amazing time.
Yes, thank you, Stevie. Thank you for having me. My
You are so
pleasure.
welcome. Talk to you guys later, Fashion Dolls. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's not 5 o'clock yet, which will be happy hour. It's Friday, so y'all go and go have some fun. Go do something. Treat yourself and be gentle to yourself. Self care over this weekend. Take care, everyone. Again, make sure y'all go and check out Diary of an Accomplice and Silent Victim. And I will talk to you later. Till next time.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.